Going in dark.
Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Hey, that's us, Jim and Todd, back in the Take a Listing Today podcast, show number 127.
Ooh, we're doing good. We're doing good.
We are on a roll here. I'm Jim, and there's Todd.
And over here, our wonderful producer, Lisa Gray, in the house.
Yes, there she is.
Although you would not know that because the announcer said, and here's Jim and Todd.
Oh.
They missed the most important thing. I think we're going to have to redo that narration or that, whatever you want.
We might not make show 128 is what she's saying.
She might be saying that, but this is the low budget podcast, so we can't afford to have that re-recorded. So
correct. So
Jim and Todd for now. But speaking of low budgets, you can watch us for free on YouTube and listen to us on iTunes and Google Podcasts and all those other things, right?
Yeah. Exactly, all of them.
Whatever they are. All right. So today's show is wonderful, as always. Guess what product home buyers treasure most from real estate agents? Does anybody know? Besides you.
Well, and I almost was going to not let you guys in on it because I wanted to see what you would guess. But if you didn't know, what would you guess? That something that home buyers treasure most from realtors?
Gift card dinner that night when they're sitting there with a bunch of boxes.
First month mortgage free.
Hard to trump that.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a lot of things, but I don't have a clear cut either.
To be honest, I haven't read your notes, so I'm not cheating either. I really don't know. We're going to find out.
Good start.
We're doing great.
Okay. Good stuff.
Nothing different here.
Right.
Okay. So if you were to guess what product home buyers treasure the most from real estate agents, what would be your guess? The surprising answer home buyers who were surveyed by NAR stated is a real estate referral list.
And here's what's interesting. Without even going any further, that's beautiful because most agents at the closing will get their check and go. That's their mindset. I got to go get a new deal, as opposed to let me take better care of these people. And now the referral spigot could open up.
Right. And this isn't something that hasn't been talked about before or thought about before. I think this idea has been around a long time to hand out a resource list, a referral list of a handyman resource, that kind of thing. You're in a new neighborhood, your client, and maybe they don't know where to turn for a nice cup of coffee or a haircut or whatever. I don't know that realtors really understood the power of this until you see the results of this study, that this is highly desirable. Is this some work to put together? Sure. But
well, and that's a good point, the way you put it, because do most realtors know about this? But it's too much work and they're not going to go do that because they're chasing their next deal. You're right.
Right. But you know what? If you're the smart realtor who has a geographic farm or an area that you do all of your marketing.
Make it easy.
So you're not traveling all over Hex Creation. You're in this confined area.
Yep.
You put this together one time and it's done.
It'll service all of your carrier route or your piece of geography.
Right.
Or
So it's not
building.
like you're recreating it every time you have a sale. You've got this beautiful piece. So, yeah.
And that beautiful piece is something that home buyers consider a benefit, but the industry unfortunately looks at it as value added.
Which I don't even know what that means, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. Value added. Who would have thought that something as simple as a list of vendors could be a treasured service? No, providing a referral list is not a new service, but it's become an in-demand one. It's a way for agents to set themselves apart while offering value to their services.
Exactly. And if you think about that app next door, people go on that to get referrals, to find out, hey, dentists. So a real estate agent could just piggyback and do that, but serve it up VIP style.
Right. I mean, if you've lived in an area long period of time, a lengthy period of time, I would say the majority of these resources, you don't have to do a lot of in-depth research for. You already know. You know who you turn to for your HVAC or whatever that you really trust,
Yeah.
And this list is going to beat the standard closing gifts that create a momentary lift with not much staying power.
Yeah, like a fruitcake and stuff. Come on.
We just had a show on good closing gifts, right? Fruitcake wasn't in that show, I don't believe.
Trader Joe's $2 Chuck bottle of wine.
No, but we went. We were just at a realtor conference convention. What do you want to call it?
The Florida Association of Realtors show.
In Orlando, and I couldn't believe how many booths had the
Oh, that's right.
cutting board with the engraved cutting board. So that must be like the trending.
There were like
closing
four
gift.
of them in the same. In the same room.
That was awkward for them. Could you imagine if they had gotten like one booth in between there right next to each other? But yeah.
Were there any sabers at that show? Just curious.
That trend has not hit yet.
No,
Okay.
it looks a little dangerous.
It might be up and coming, though. You never know.
Well, Morton hopes so. But I don't know. He may be way ahead of the curve.
He's ahead of his time.
He likes it, though. It's got a little pirateness to it, element of danger.
It's not. It's a little danger. Do you see what it'll do to a wine bottle?
Oh, yeah.
Right in half. Going down a dark path there.
Yeah.
So remember, your real estate vendor list is something that will just keep on giving and giving and giving, like the Energizer Bunny keeps going and going and going. Now, how I visualize this list is a beautiful hardcover book with your branding and contact information on the outside. That's how I visualize it.
No, it's really how I visualize it.
That's how you visualize it.
I'm helping
Okay.
you visualize it.
We're visualizing for them.
As all good
Lisa
women
visualizes
do,
this.
We try to help
That
men
gets scary. Here's what's in Lisa's
visualize.
mind.
The truth is, I was a little
Don't
afraid.
get in there too far.
Right,
Because I haven't read this yet, right?
Right,
She just
right.
pops this on us and say, hey, we're not going to do this ahead of time. We're just going to
you
just
guys
read
are
what
good
I
enough.
say.
I should have used more flowery words, you know.
No, she knows that would have put us over the top.
So the inside of this list that I visualize so wonderful in the hardcover bound version is spiral bound with a full sheet of heavy stock paper for each of the resources with full contact information and why they made the cut.
Yeah, so I really see it as each resource that you have that you're going to put in this book.
Right.
So you get a bunch of these hardcover, really nice binder, nice decorative. I mean, if you can't find this at an Office Depot or whatever, go on Etsy. They'll be able to even brand it for you. So it's almost like a planner. It's almost like a nice, look on the outside, something that someone's going to want to keep because it's attractive, but it also has your branding on it as well. You open it, it's spiral bound, meaning you can pop those clips open and add
change
more
pages
sleeves.
years later.
Now you've got this nice
Like
thick,
a 3-ring binder.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you've got these nice.
That's what we called it, yeah.
Yeah, nice thick sheets, one for each resource, right? Maybe you even have a table of contents. I don't know, but I just see that as a nice keepsake. You want to keep it, right?
Okay. Yeah. So spiral bound things let you add pages to it? No?
Well, maybe that's not the right word. I'm calling
Technicality.
whatever you call those
Whatever the thing is that you
shutting clippers.
Yeah.
Which you're right. They used to call them 3-ring binders.
Right.
Maybe they're called something else.
We used to
now.
pop them open.
Yeah,
and
I
put
don't know what they call those now.
All right. But y'all know what we're talking about. The thing that's got little things.
It pops open.
Keep your fingers out of it because they would get stuck and then hurt.
It's that thing that has those little things, yeah.
Yeah, the thing with the things. Get those so that way you can add pages over time to that thing. Okay.
Okay, great.
So if you set it up properly, if you set up that thing properly, it brings your brand before your past clients' eyes multiple times into the future without any additional investment from you. Each time they need a source of a great handyman or someone to maintain their house, they will be grabbing for your 3-ring binder and remembering you.
Yeah.
You're exactly right, because right now, I would say, just going over this, what we've done, and even in my development, people I play golf with, I see them at least once a week going, hey, I just got a chandelier. Who do you recommend for a good electrician? So that's happening all the time.
Yep.
Even for housekeepers, for everything. So a great realtor that might not know an area that maybe gets that carrier out over there, they could go on next door and find out, okay, what are they?
Really start sourcing. And it may take a little, we're going to talk about how to start sourcing and putting this together in a few minutes. But again, once you have it together, and this is another reason to farm, you've got to really have a central focus of what area that you're going after, that you're wanting to become the leader in that market, the expert in that market, because everything you're doing in there, you're not doing it over and over and over again. You are becoming that central leader of that community as far as real estate
You
is
really
concerned.
become the go-to agent.
Right. So not only is farming going to pay off in the long run as far as building a business, but it also will help you in a situation like this where you're trying to create a product that, in marketing, you have to invest money every month, right, to keep in front of people. Now you've got a product you're giving as a wonderful closing gift another version of a closing gift that is doing the marketing for you.
That will live on with your great outside cover.
Beyond a calendar that you send out every year, which is also great because that stays in front of them.
Beyond a fruit basket.
Yeah, a football schedule stays in front of them for a few months, right?
Right.
Our magazine, Homes and Life, that'll stay in front of them for a while. Definitely, they'll have that on the coffee table. But here's a product that could be there for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah, and all those things will be needed, as we all know. We all know.
And it provides the benefit of giving you touch opportunities down the road. How? Well, anytime you add a new vendor to your list, that will give you a reason to reach out to your past clients and let them know about this addition, and that you'll be sending them the sheet in the mail so they can add it to their resource book. That is 2 opportunities to get in front of them in a short period of time. What if on the front or back of the outside of the binder, you have a referral reminder? Like send referrals my way, right?
Right.
When you send an additional page to them, you have a referral reminder in there as well on the page. Great idea. Yeah. It's so quiet. I thought E.F. Hutton was talking here.
No, it's beautiful. You're doing great.
You're casting a spell with these ideas.
And kind of got spellbound too.
And we're going to give them a little. Okay. We don't have to read them all, but we can give them. They'll get the point. Read on 5 or 10 of these.
I thought he could read them really super fast because that would be fun to.
Oh, that would be.
You got a page and a half of this stuff?
Yeah, I want to see you read it.
She's got to have
fast.
fun too.
We'll just have a scroll on the screen like they used to do with records. And all the artists go on. Okay, so here's how to put your real estate vendor referral service list together. Whether you call them vendors or affiliates, the people on your list should be many and varied and highly vetted, which we'll discuss later during this short show. We'll take a look at some of the vendors you might want to include on your list right now. Here we go. Accountant.
On your mark. Get set.
Appliance repairman, carpet cleaner, countertop company, electrician, flooring contractor, garage door installer, general contractor, handyman, handy woman, home inspector, home warranty company, house cleaner, insurance agent, interior landscaper, lenders, moving companies, painters, pest controls, plumbers, popcorn and ceiling, popcorn and ceiling removal, property managers, roofers, stagers, top and luxury agents who might want to include.
Incredible. Great job. You guys get the point.
If you want the whole thing, email Lisa because your email still works, right?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
we got many
somebody could
emails.
Email you.
A few weeks ago with our episode
Ah.
where we said the first 10 people that emailed got a $50 gift card, and a bunch of people took us up on that, a bunch of agents. In fact, thank you for bringing that up. On
You're
today's show, if you, what should we say they have to do? They have to put down in the comments on our YouTube channel, and when you're watching this, if you're one of the first 10 people to comment below our YouTube video of this show, what do they need to comment? Any comment about this idea.
A comment about what they got out of it, something of substance.
A comment they got out of the show. The first 10 people to comment on this episode, $25 gift card for ProspectsPLUS.
Beautiful.
What does it have to do with your email address? If they're leaving a comment on YouTube.
Because you gave me an idea.
Oh, I gave you an idea.
So the last show we
said... So it has nothing to do with email.
No, the last show we said...
Ideas are percolating.
I got confused, so I know somebody else out there is getting confused.
The last show we said the first 10 people to email me at takealistingtoday.com. What was that, Lisa? Was it Lisa.Gray or Lisa?
No, just Lisa.
Yep, just simplicity.
They charge us per letter, so really it's only Lisa at Take a Listing Today.
Yeah. Okay. Lisa.
I was the cheapest at Jim at Take a Listing Today.
Oh, yours was
only 3 letters.
Yeah, I was one extra. She and I were one extra. So if you're going to start, keep going.
So anyway, I just want to make sure everybody got that. So the last time what we did is tell them to email me. This time I'm saying,
yes.
First 10 people to leave a comment below. Okay. I'm sending you a $25 gift card. Please make sure to put your first name and last name so I can look you up on the site. Otherwise, I'll have no way to email it to you. Thank you.
All right. So if you're just starting a real estate vendor referral list, you'll need to do some research in your quest to figure out who to include. Start at Yelp.com. Read reviews and jot down the names of those you want to interview. Join your neighborhood at Nextdoor.com. One of the main topics of conversation on the platform is, who do you recommend for insert service of your choice? In fact, if you enter any service into the search bar at the top of the page, you'll find every conversation having to do with that. Finally, ask for recommendations for your real estate vendor referral list from your colleagues, family members, and friends. Once you've compiled that list of names, move on to the Better Business Bureau to check for complaints. Maybe you don't want to put those in there. Then ensure you're right that the vendors that you'll interview are licensed and bonded by consulting the appropriate state licensing board's website. This step is very important. As a realtor, you are not responsible for the work of the contractor or a pest inspector for that matter, but by recommending a professional, you're doing so only in their capacity of offering helpful suggestions to your client, according to Boggs Bunny.
She got you.
I'm sorry, who is it?
Can you read the name?
Who is it?
That's according to.
Okay. Look at. Oh, he's loving it. He didn't even expect that. Oh, God. Okay.
You know, I had in the back of my mind, I said, we haven't come across any weird names yet. I was thinking that earlier.
No wonder she didn't want us to pre-read everything.
According to Boggs Bonnie at dailyrepublic.com.
I wonder what nationality that was.
Yeah.
I challenge anybody out there to go to dailyrepublic.com and find somebody on there named Boggs Bonnie.
Right.
And if that person is there, I'll send you a gift card myself.
Right.
All right. That was good. That was good, Lisa. You
one for the producer.
Good job.
That's so weird.
Point for the producer.
It's so weird. It sounds so much. It sounds familiar. I feel like I know that name. I feel like
Hey, I've got her volume. I can just turn the volume down.
Turn it all the way up so she gets a shock. So.
Here we go with the mascara again. The paper towels.
Oh, the Kleenex is coming out now.
I know that name from somewhere.
We forgot to ask Kurt about the waterproof mascara last night.
Oh God. I'm so
okay.
good.
We're doing great. We're doing great.
Okay.
We're gonna put her on timeout after this, I think.
Still,
you got it. You got
still,
it.
consider putting a disclaimer in writing on a page of your resource book. Now you're ready to interview each candidate. Don't forget to ask for references. Get the references' phone numbers and contact each one.
She had the paper towel and she brought it down just to look at us and she put it back up.
If they have. If they have, wait a minute. Is rodent exterminator on here? Because I think Mr. Fudd might be on this list here too. If you have rabbits running around in the backyard, you could grab them.
Oh, okay, excellent.
There's more to the compilation of this list than meets the eye. Keep an eye on RESPA to ensure you aren't doing anything against those regulations, such as referrals in exchange for kickbacks, etc. So,
why do I even bother to put makeup on?
Wait, that's a good look for it. Just keep that over your face, and that way we won't know if anything is going on over there. So,
you know what I love about this topic, though? Here's what's great. Like, I'm envisioning if a realtor had let's say a carrier route or piece of geography,
yes,
and they wanted 2 or 3 buildings, and they made up that book, they could use that book. That's playing smarter rather than driving 90 minutes there, 45 minutes there for a listing. Right. If they're playing with that geography, like we talk about on some of our campaigns and Market Dominator, then that book is a one-time magical piece as opposed to doing 20 different versions of it throughout the town.
Oh, completely. Mm-hmm. And 20 versions, forget it. Nobody's going to go there. Right. Again, another reason to focus in a central area.
Yep.
And not get beyond that. There's so many reasons for doing that. If you don't have a farm, I beg you.
And it's beautiful. I would say most realtors listening and watching have heard about this or know about it, but I would say 90% don't do it because they're going after the next.
And any time you can find a way to get inside their house, not physically, but through an item that will stay.
Right.
Oh my gosh, be all over it. So this is brilliant, right? Because it's a complete win for the person receiving it. I'd like a book like this.
Oh yeah, I need
an
one.
Attractive one with all of these people that have been vetted that you know. This realtor who you trust, you hired them because you trust them.
Right.
Now they're giving you a list of people they trust. I mean, don't you instantly trust them because she trusts them or he trusts,
Well, and think about one other strategy that we didn't think about. So let's say that realtor does that, or somebody listening, watching, goes back and in a couple of weeks says, boom, I'm going to go do it. Well, here's a great piece of magic. They could make a courtesy call in 2 or 3 months, not asking for a deal. Hey, how did those, whatever you want to call it, the booklet work out for you?
Right.
Or if someone went out of business, hey, I just want to call you. Those people are gone. Here's a new.
Oh, totally.
So
that's what I love about it is that you're going to find ways to add to that book. That's why you've got that 3-ring binder style.
More reasons to contact
then
them.
hey, I'm going to be sending this in the mail. I just want to give you a heads up. It's coming out to you. The new pages. I have 2 new pages. You can go ahead and throw them in the back. This great new restaurant, whatever it is.
Right.
It doesn't, or like you said, they've retired. Here's a new blah, blah, blah.
It's a nice, gentle way to get another another prospecting touch in there without doing the normal thing. Hey, do you want to buy or sell in the next 90 days?
Oh, no, I love it. It's so good.
Good, Lisa.
we are
Wonderful
awesome.
show.
That was wonderful. Yes.
Thank you.
Should we call
So great.
Vogs or should we call this guy?
It's Bonnie.
No, we should call. We don't want to interrupt Boggs.
240
Okay, 240.
535 4052. Monica from the great state of Maryland. Now, this is funny. Look at that. She's given herself like a hip nickname.
The flag.
She called herself the Fly Girl, but she's smiling. That's good.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, is this Monica?
Yes.
Hey, Monica, this is Jim and Todd and Lisa with the Take a Listing Today podcast. We're calling on behalf of ProspectsPLUS.com. They gave us a postcard that you recently ordered from their website.
It looks great, by the way. So we called to have you on the show to ask you about your postcard campaign and give you a chance to win a $100 gift card on our website for anything marketing-wise. Sound good?
Oh, okay, sure. It's not a great connection, but okay.
All right. Well, sorry about that. I'll put the antenna up on our cell phone here. Hopefully that'll help out. So you sent out something. It says buyer desire is still high in your neighborhood. Is that part of a campaign or is that just a one-off mailing that you did?
It's part of a mailing campaign that I'm doing.
Okay.
Well done.
So you're following up on a just sold that you did and sending those out?
Yeah.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How many do you send out at a time, Monica?
It depends on, it's had 2 different campaigns running right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Let me see, depending on which one. One is 150 that I'm sending to, and another one is 260 that I'm sending to.
That's awesome. What's your other campaign that you're sending?
They're both just sold because I sold
okay.
in 2 different counties within
Okay.
2 weeks of each other.
Fantastic. I love that you're taking advantage of a list that you already purchased for your just sold card and continuing that relationship to build that relationship with the people on that list. That is so smart.
And Monica, I'm looking at your postcard now, Monica Swan, and I like your tagline, let a swan guide you home. That's very clever.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
cool.
That's
Love
nice.
it.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Thank you.
Well, Monica, we love your campaign, and we would also love to give you a gift card where you can use it for almost anything on ProspectsPLUS.com. But you do have to answer a Take a Listing Today trivia question. Are you game for that?
Sure.
Put your thinking cap on, and the question is as follows.
So what I'm going to do is read you a question with 3 possible answers. And all you have to do is give me the correct answer. Sound good?
Okay.
You got this.
Wait, the funny part is coming up. Okay. Here's your question, Monica. How long did the 100 Years' War last?
Trickery.
Was it A, 98 years, B, 100 years, or C, 116 years?
Be careful, Monica. There could be some trickery in this question.
Always.
Trickery.
Trickery. Because I'd want to go for the obvious, but then you got to think the obvious might not be that.
Yeah,
Right.
and you know, I mean, you definitely don't want to use your phone to help you look it up.
Right.
Because that'd be cheating. That'd be cheating, and we don't allow that.
What do you think, Monica?
And we would never
What does your
know.
instinct tell you?
I'm going to say that it lasted 100.
All right, that's what I would say too. Jim,
100?
tell us the good news.
All right. Is the answer 100 years?
Oh, Monica.
You know,
You would have loved the gift card. There's so much great stuff on our website. We hope you have a
That
great
is
real
a
estate
shame,
life.
isn't it?
give her another chance.
Another chance?
Yeah, that was not fair. Let's give her. She's a trooper doing 2 campaigns.
All right.
Monica,
The
I
correct-
would have guessed the same thing.
The correct answer is 116 years.
Then why is it not called the 116?
Right.
I'd like to know.
Exactly. See, that was a trick question.
I hate that
I
question.
can't believe we had a trick question on the show. What?
Strike that
What
question.
is the world coming to here?
Strike it.
The
from
next
the
one
show.
should be totally fair, Monica. We think you'll enjoy this question.
Well, this next question here is true or false. So apparently your odds are better now.
All right. 50-50.
Okay. Here is the question. True or false? North Korea and Finland are separated by only one country. True?
North Korea and Finland.
Finland.
Yes.
Boy,
are separated by only one country.
Yes.
I would certainly not
I'm going
take.
to say false.
Me too. I would say.
All right. Show me false.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, come on. I got to go back to school.
Oh,
Okay. Get your phone out.
pull out a globe and check it out.
Our producer wants you to have one more try since you've been so wonderful.
Obviously, it was true.
So we're making Jim read you one more answer. We want you to win if you can't tell. Okay.
Okay.
This is the one.
This is the one. I got a good feeling about this one here.
Okay.
Again, true or false question. Coconuts kill more people than sharks every year. True or false?
Here again, there's probably trickery. So probably go reverse psychology on this one.
I would say true, but they probably fall out the tree and hit you in the head.
That's normally how coconuts kill you, is by falling off the tree and hitting you in the head.
Yeah, going out in the morning, checking on your crop. Oops.
I mean, just do what I do and don't stand under a coconut, and then you'll be okay. All right, show me true. Yes! Hey!
Okay.
Thank goodness that is true. Todd, what does Monica win today?
Monica, you actually win more than you thought you won. You actually win a $100 gift card for almost anything on Prospects Plus gift site. You won some Take a Listing Today swag and a signed copy of the book, Become a Listing Legend. Great job, and thanks for being a trooper.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Stay in touch. If you need help, we're here to help you, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, third time's a charm, as always, on this show.
Cocoa nut.
Ooh.
Living
The
here in
coconuts.
Florida, we have to watch out for the cocoa nuts now.
Right.
All right, well, there we go. So we got a winner, and we also told you what home buyers really want from real estate agents. It's not great monetary stuff, it's just a list of people, right?
Exactly.
All right, so good. Anything else, Lisa?
No. Go forth and get out on assignment.
Go on assignment.
Go on your
Go take a
assignment.
listing today. Yes.
Take a listing.
That is your assignment for today. Go take a listing. Don't come back until you got it.
Nope.
All right, that's what the strict broker said.
Exactly.
All right, thank you for joining us for show number 127, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.